beauty in my brokenness. I've got true love instead of pain. There's freedom though you've captured me. I've got joy instead of mourning. You give me joy down deep in my soul. Down deep in my soul, down deep in my soul, you give me joy. Down deep in my soul, down deep in my soul. Welcome back to the Millennial Watts Mindfulness Ministry. Today I am here right in the corner where I had got choked, beat up with some body shots, and was literally afraid for my life. It was December, I believe December 21st. I'm thinking 2020. No, it had to be later. It had to be after, okay, I'm trying to get my dates right. Around Thanksgiving, it was a holiday. I confessed to my spouse's 3D face that I had an affair. I wrote it in a letter, and he asked me several questions that were extremely hard to answer, but I did my best. Oh, my body was trembling. Oh, I knew it was going to be so hard, and I didn't want to do it. I mean, I was getting so much just do it. You have to tell the truth. Tell the truth. And prior to that, it was so many signs around me to just tell him. He was talking about how he was having dreams about things, and it was completely accurate. And I was like, oh my God, I need to tell him something. And so it was a holiday. It had to be yeah, totally, because I was working at Avant at the time online, and right there behind me, I had my desk, and I would get online and work at Avant as a senior compliance analyst. And it was December, right after I had confessed to him about the affairs that I had about 8 years ago of that date, 8 years prior to that date. And I told him, okay, I had an affair, fucked up, didn't happen anymore, never did it again, cut this guy completely off, but I really need you to know this. And I'm sorry, it never happened again. He asked questions, he was fucked up, and then he admitted that he had an affair and that he had someone in our house, in our apartment back in the day while the kids was there. I'm like, whoa, 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 that because I had no idea. So I was like, shit, the fuck? Okay, well, we both was creeping. I mean, we both were, we got together as teenagers. And so that kind of like made me feel a little better that I was not the only guilty one. But, um, there were days afterward where he would just be so unfair about it, and like I'm like, it happened 8 years ago. Well, you weren't honest because if you would have told me from the jump, because also when I first met him, I gave someone else my virginity and not him. And so I admitted that. But when he was asking me when we first got together, I wasn't no hoe. This was like the only dude that I was with. He was like, I don't mess with nobody. I'm like, shit, I want to be with you. I ain't been with nobody. Okay. So I told him about that. And I told him about the affair that I had with Kurt Lewis. And so he didn't ask me, did nobody come and tell him about it? It came directly from my lips to his face. And I kept it under wraps because the only people who was in the room when I was fucking him was me and Kurt Lewis. So his mama upstairs, because he lived in the house with her or whatever the fuck it was in Chicago. So his mama and me knew that we was on some bullshit, right? And I cut his ass off because he was really flexing like he had it or some shit. I'm like, nigga, you live in your mama house and you collect coins on the Metro train. Get the fuck out. So I just cut him off and never called him again. And that happened in 2013. Couple of encounters. That's it. I told Brentez about it. And so he just started coming around, and I wasn't on social media in the way that I have been, but he started coming around acting fucking crazy. So one night he came home so fucking drunk. He was so drunk. And Lil Brent and Jayla, I cooked for them. It was around Christmas. I had bought them toys. Like normally we be just in the house chilling. We sitting down talking, and he come up out the blue talking about this affair that I had revealed to him around Thanksgiving. Now it's around Christmas. And I'm like, okay, I'm sorry. Like, okay, we can go to counseling. We could do something, right? Immediately, he chokes me. Then he started punching me in my body. It hurted so bad, I couldn't get him off of me. He was just on top of me. He choked me. I'm hitting this thing right here. I could not. I mean, all his weight is on me and I'm hurting. And I'm like, now with him, and I told him in the beginning of my relationship that hitting me is like the most traumatic thing in the world because I had to deal with so much child abuse and so much abuse and traumatic shit growing up. I'm with you because I felt it was safe to be with you. That living in this home with you, I would not have to be hit for saying anything that you can't match up. We should be able to talk to each other about our feelings. If you feel you need to hit, walk away, go outside. I'm not hitting you, so why are you hitting me? He don't when I give him logic, his brain shuts down and he just started pounding me. I'm screaming, "Help! Help! Somebody call 911. Ouch! Ouch! Help!" Okay? So my son, little Brent, calls 911 to help me. He gets off me. He hurry ups and gets off me. I'm in pain. My body is sore. It's hurting. And the police came immediately. Then I just was like, okay, I don't want him to go to jail. I know that I cheated. I know that he dealing with a lot. Okay, I know that he was drinking. Okay, I'm gonna just tell him that it was a small altercation and we ain't gonna have to we ain't we can move past this. And so the police came and we had Ari at the time and I had on like this black turtleneck sweater and I was in pain. My hair was all fucked up, like I was in pain. I was crying clearly, dried tears on my eyes. He didn't hit me in my face. He was hitting me in my body and he choked the fuck out of me. And so when the police came, they was like, they didn't leave. They wanted to make sure that I was okay. They was like, "Do you want to go to the ambulance?" I'm like, "No, I'm good." I was in pain. And I'm like, I don't want him to go to jail. He got to go to work. We got to pay bills. I was like, okay, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to press charges. And so he walking around. I'm like, dude, you need to come out here and talk to them or you're going to go to jail. So he said what he said, and I totally protected him, even though he really hurt me. And the only thing that could get him off of me was my son calling the police. Boom. So I'm protecting him. I went to work the next day and could barely fucking move. I could not move. I was hurting the whole entire week. And I decided to sleep downstairs. And he came in and checked on me and stuff like that. But he never apologized. Okay, that was an event. Then I'm starting to, do me on social media. Um, Started to write my book because in April, I did write The Laughing Survivor of 2020, and it wasn't moving. It wasn't moving at all. And I knew I had like a viral video. I'll read an excerpt from it. I had family members who was talking about they read it, but I wasn't getting no money from it. I'm like, why the fuck is it not moving? And so I really wanted to get into being an author. And so um I wrote again, and all of a sudden, after I wrote American Blood, the autobiography of an American Blood Diamond, it became more active on social media, trying to get some awareness to my brand as well as my company. This idiot becomes more violent. And I'm trying to do some work because I just want to be heard. I want to be seen. I want to have my print in the world, and I knew he wasn't doing shit. And I really wanted to break away from working for other people. I was always stressed out in the career that I chose, and it was just I could never match up to the snootiness of fucking startup language, corporate language, public sector. It just didn't suit me and my personality, and I always felt overstressed, highly stressed in those spaces. And business ownership was something that I was like, okay, I can do this, and I can write, and I can give something to the people that is new. Every time I would put something out, he would be hitting me. And then it got to the point where I would try to ask for help, and I end up put away somewhere. The one time that I can admit that I had a psychotic moment was when I got served some badass weed, I believe, from Hippie Chick. And I had admitted that to people. He knew that. But outside of that, I was always, you know, doing what I can with my business, and out of nowhere, he would be hitting me all the fucking time. And then I wouldn't get any belief or anyone around in the neighborhood to tell me what's going on. I had to get a lot of intuition and indication that my works were more popular than what I was seeing on my fucking devices. And so when I got displaced by trying to help a hood baby and adopt him, and I was just being overly lovingly after coming off of the death of both my nephews in the same year, a 15-year-old and I believe a 21, 22-year-old. And then I see this kid who looks like he's going down a similar path. I'm thinking that in this neighborhood in which I came to, that touts that is so diverse, so accepting, have a great school district, I thought that I could bring this kid in, show him love, cook for him well, he can get some education and go on a better path of opportunity. That was my entire thought process in trying to help this kid. I got kicked out my house. So I went and got an Airbnb in Chicago Heights because I wanted to still be close to my kids. Me and the kids shared a room with 2 beds in there. And I did nothing with him, nothing at all. He was talking all night. He was delirious, all types of shit. I didn't know what the fuck I was getting into. I literally was jumping into a situation extremely abrupt and blind, and mostly every fucking thing that I do. And my spouse, who knew my heart for children, knows my heart, totally criminalized me. Totally. He berated me in this room. I mean, he said the most fucked up shit to me when I was trying to help this kid that I literally felt my spirit getting attacked. It was like, why are you being this way? It's been so difficult to talk to him as I was growing into my purpose and really trying to hold on to a code and honor and character system. And I just wasn't, I was just unwavering in the things that I felt, the causes that I felt extremely related to. So when I was in New York in April of 2021, I had got this at the beauty salon. I mean, and a taser. April, I got it. And I was like, okay, I'm walking around New York by myself. This could be handy. And so I had it and I bought it. Not a month went by, and this guy, he had the police come and get me from my house. It was around my son's birthday. He's calling me every day, come home. Like, well, you kicked me the fuck out the house and said I was a danger on the damn order of protection to say that you're trying to protect the fucking 2019 Dodge Challenger that you paying like 16% APR percentage on it, paying entirely more finance charges on it than you are paying for the fucking car. You about to pay $100,000 for a damn Dodge Challenger. And you said you trying to protect that from me and then kick your wife out the house and get a whole security system around here and all types of shit. I was just trying to help the kid out, and that's what the fuck it was. You know I ain't out here. Then he just came up with ideas that I've been out here whoring around and shit. I'm like, where we've been together for this long. I've been leaving this house working, filling out resumes, helping out the kid. Why are you like this one? It was just super impossible when I started to try and become the woman that I, in my heart and in my spirit and in my soul, wanted to be. And that is why I created the Millennial Watts Media Company Incorporated to create literature and digital products that closely relates to who I am and how I was able to bring myself up from my own damn bootstraps, coming into an oppressive state, born to a homeless woman, placed in a broke ass, evil ass family, abandoned by the family that, you know what I'm saying, that abandoned me. I'm over here just trying to do what I can. Okay. That's it. And I also was able to overcome a lot of obstacles with mindfulness practices that I was learning from the literature that I was reading. And I felt like, okay, I'm looking, you put in mindfulness, hashtag mindfulness all across the internet. You're going to get so many people of different backgrounds talking about that, but you ain't going to get nobody like Queen 3 talking about that. And I'm like, I would like to talk about it and bring it to the people from a real space of somebody who is truly, laughingly surviving life. To all of my women who are domestic violence women, well, victims of domestic violence, and I'm sure it's probably because you don't have the advocacy like I didn't, okay? There were people when I came into my voice suggesting that, and I'm just getting this idea that he should hit me. And I was looking at him and I'm like, okay, you have people who claim they know the Bible in your world, okay? I've been a wife that has went over and beyond in my duties. You could let that shit go. When your ass was sitting around laid off for all them fucking years and you didn't pick up a hustle, you didn't go to the military, you didn't do shit to get us a fucking check in the house. I'm out here everywhere trying to make ends meet. I'm out here breaking the fucking law to make ends meet, make sure our kids ain't got to see a struggle day. Then they look at me like I'm funny for the Christmas that we had absolutely $0 and all I could get them was socks and a poem. They looked at me mad. This the worst Christmas ever. I'm like, well, shit. Do you know what I was stealing just so you can have the best fucking Christmas ever? And your father sitting on his ass ain't doing shit. And you thought it was okay because you the man. Oh, you gonna read the Bible? Well, I'm the man, so I can pound your face in. What? It clearly says in the Bible to love your wife the way Christ loves the church. And what Christ do for the church? What did Christ do for the church? He wasn't pounding on his members. He wasn't beating them up. And then when I speak on it, why you telling no? How the fuck am I gonna live if I don't use my voice to say this shit is wrong? Why you hitting me when I did the fucking work more than you did? And I can't say that you can't tell people that you lazy as fuck and didn't do the work. I can't tell people that you beating my ass and the people who adopted me don't give a fuck. I can't tell nobody none of this shit because you gotta walk around here and look good while you cleaning toilets, driving the fucking Infinity that my income had fucking afforded us. While you invite bitches to this house that I ain't never met. Get the fuck out of here. Fellas, I do understand pecking order. Totally. I did what I was supposed to do as a woman in this fucking godless ass relationship with this man. Okay? I understand brotherhood. I understand what the soldiers do. Okay? I get that. Respect that because I understand in order to be a soldier, there has to be discipline, there has to be a code, there has to be an unwavering brotherhood among those who claim to be soldiers. I understand even with my old school players. I ain't talking about this new shit. I'm talking about some old school gang members out in the hood when I used to come up, four corner hustlers. I'm talking about the gangsters' disciples who had a code, who had to move that way because wasn't nobody about to hire them. I understand that as well, who out here on the other side of the law who was trying to take care of their family and get their respect because the oppressive nature of being in a red line community, they just couldn't get it no other way. I understand that as well. Okay. I understand what it takes to become a police officer, learning the law, understanding how to restrain citizens, understanding how to keep yourself emotionally composed when you see some fucked up shit, when your life is faced with danger, all types of shit. I also get that. But as a woman on the front lines of a home where my body is getting bashed in, all of this type of shit, and then I have to be subjected to someone who puts nothing inside of him. And then, I'm looking at this damn newspaper, the Homewood Flossmoor Chronicle. The state of gun violence in Homewood Flossmoor. Get the fuck out, okay? How about the state of gossip and rumors and lies and slander in fucking Homewood Flossmoor? Huh? Y'all done gossip so goddamn much it damaged the entire family. Y'all done gossiped and lied so goddamn much. You have utilized the hours of law enforcement who could have really chosen to really do some real work outside of your fucking lies and gossip. And you come into my shit, to get a laugh, to joke around, pass around some gossip, give you a little fun for the day. Ooh, she gave me some energy to talk and gossip. Oh, I'm gonna use her logic bars to shut down my white boss. Oh, I'm gonna use her logic bars so I can go in on a Mexican or a Chinese person. Oh shit, I'm offended. DCFS. Oh shit, I'm fucking offended. Oh my god, Fabo. I put my name in the Google. I put her name in the Google bar. Yeah, I Googled her name. Yeah, I put her name in that search bar. Yeah, I went over there to see what she was talking about. And damn, I saw that she was saying some shit that hurt my feelings. But you know what? I went over there. My feelings are hurt. Oh my God, Five put her up. You see how them logic bars work, you idiot motherfucker? Like I said, it was a tweet that is definitely Queen 3. You spoiled brats have grown up to be wicked idiots and you can't take your fucking talking to. Queen 3 was raised in foster care. Queen 3 was an adopted child of some people who didn't give a fuck about beating her ass whenever she was wrong, whenever she was wrong, whenever she was wrong. Nah, you wrong. Come over here and get your ass beat. And now I gotta contend with a Becky bitch who ain't never got her ass beat. So anytime she feel a little offended about some truth hitting her fucking brain, she go to some fucking witchcraft to fuck with my life because she embarrassed because she fucking wrong. Michelle Speckler Nelson. Bitch, I'm here to take your motherfucking job because you ain't shit but a witch. How does your devotion bars look? Listen, I'm years deep in this prayer game. See, my king has prepared me for this moment. I've prayed. I give honor to where honor is due. I give glory to God. The reason why you slipping up in some shit, because you're offending the people who have created this spiritual realm. Huh? You out here fucking with the wrong one with your bullshit. You out here thinking that you gonna keep getting away with that shit. Okay, let me talk about my criminal background. Oh shit, I stole this and got away with it. Let me do it again. Oh shit, I stole this and got away with it. Oh shit, let me do that again. Oh, I shoplifted that. Oh fuck, I'm in jail. Oh shit. Oh, I'm spying. Oh, I'm looking at her. Oh, and my insight. Oh, it gets me closer to what I want. Oh, let me do that again. Oh, let me fuck up somebody else's life. Oh shit, let me go in my witch spells and get into somebody else's shit. Oh my goodness. Oh, she says she's this, but I'm looking in her bedroom while she's fucking her husband and he stuck his tongue in her asshole. Fuck her. I know some things. Bitch! Fuck wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong with you? Spying into my bedroom with my legal ass husband to spread some gossip around to think that I'm a steel cap for your butt sex. I ain't sticking my tongue in nobody's ass and I ain't taking no dick up my ass. So whatever type of insight that you got from your witch spine, bitch, you overstepping. You Becky bitches have proven that you have gotten away with some bullshit for far too long. The reason why I say Emmett Till's name, because bitch, it still applies. It's a lot of my black men in prison because you decide you want to be ashamed after going around searching for some black dick to be cool, to get lit, to get your freakness on. And then you put a black man in jail because now you too ashamed to tell grandpa, yes, I wanted that dick, but since you're mad, he raped me. And then he's dead or in jail. And bitch, you got away with that for a very long ass time. And I'm saying, hell the fuck no. Hell the fuck no. Hey, bitch, you need to get put down lying on men like that. I ain't never fucked a white man. But you bitches out here searching for black dick for what with your bored, spoiled ass? Take your fucking talking to, Becky, and sit the fuck down. There is a time to praise, a time to live, a time to kill, and a time to call dibs. Ecclesiastes 7 and 22. Listen here. I am not opposed to bearing arms. Are you fucking kidding me, Democrats? You really telling the whole world we're not gonna have weapons here. Some people can run down on us? Get the fuck out of here. Okay, I got a taser. And I'm a nonviolent person, okay? But this big ass nigga, he ain't about to keep beating my ass and I can't protect myself. Okay, and the reason why I can't have a gun, because the lies and the slander on my character has deemed me insane, bipolar, documented as somebody who can't be around children, who can't have weapons when I ain't never did shit violent to nobody, and I can't have a gun. The oppressive nature of what has happened coming out of slavery, out of coming semi-slavery of the Jim Crow era, has left redline communities unprotected from the demon that is drug use and the demon that is evil as satanic manipulation. Well, men got to strap up to protect themselves. We need, okay, we need lax laws on gun charges for actual men who are trying to protect themselves in communities that are unprotected. We got a lot of men sitting in prison who just was trying to protect themselves because based on the oppressive nature coming from the whole red line situation where we weren't getting the adequate resources, we weren't getting the jobs, we weren't getting nothing. And we had to combat drug abuse, combat trying to make some money, combat trying to keep our roof over our head, but niggas who stealing our shit. Come on now. There has to be lax sentences for those with gun charges. Make it a three strike some shit. Let me see how y'all want to do this. Especially if I came from a long line of generational poverty, oppression and shit, and you over here slapping me in jail for 15 years off some gun charges when niggas is walking around getting killed by other people's guns and they ain't even going to jail. What type of shit is that? So these gun charges, NRA, you need to fix that shit with men who are sitting in prison for holding arms without having the gun license because the prison, the school to prison pipeline. Because guess what? I went to Rich East and they was letting bitches walk around with beards and titties and suspending niggas with earrings in their ear. Suspended men for representing their culture and blood and brotherhood was getting suspended for 5 days from school, expelled and shit for representing their brotherhood. They weren't even fucking violent in school. But a tranny bitch can walk around and teach them lies in the school system. And then they are further criminalized where if they name show up on a resume to get a fucking job, you're going to throw out the resume with no consideration for the American education that they have received. When Brentez DeMonte Watts fucking resume pull up and he want a fucking job that pay him enough money to take care of his family, and you say no, let me hire a Mexican instead who didn't put in the work in this country or at least invested the time in the education, and then you criminalize him for not being able to get an adequate job to take care of his family, or every black boy that you see that don't conform to whatever the fuck you want. Okay, put them in learning disability classes and just starve them of the regular education curriculum that will give them a fighting chance in this country. You did it to my husband, you did it to my son.